Uh, so that performance will be done by Tamanna. She's a 17-year-old from Michigan. She has been trained in Kathak since the age of 3. She just performed for us last night with an outstanding performance on Tandav Nritya and few other expressions of Kathak. Tamanna will be performing a Ganesh Vandana dance for us to get us started with, and then she will move on to some dance form of on the song of Breathless. Tamanna, over to you.
Can we get the spotlight back, please, on Tamanna?
I'm sorry, it like stopped.
That's okay. It's good now, Tamanna. You can keep going.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
What a beautiful performance.
Lovely expressions. Thank
Oh,
you, Tamanna.
beautiful. Such grace.
Thank you.
Tamanna. It was
You
beautiful.
are a very blessed person and you are a beautiful dancer.
Blessed
Thank
for
you.
you.
I don't know why my video stopped.
No,
I'm
don't worry
sorry.
about it. But
Yeah, it
it
was
was
And
it was
and
beautiful.
and that's
Thank
part
you.
that's part of live performance, Tamanna.
Yes,
And the way you handle it like a professional, that's what you do.
exactly.
You
You
get
didn't
up
miss
and
your
get right
move.
back to it. So that was super awesome. So we
Thank you.
love.
Thank you so much.
That's a trait of a good artist that they just take it from where they just left it as if nothing happened.
Yeah,
Yes,
Thank you.
that's amazing.
that was beautiful.
Thank you.
A wonderful start to a wonderful day. You have a great day, dear.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Tamanna.
So next we have Ravinderji. Ravinderji is from Zone 3 and he's going to be doing Shanti mantras and Ganesh shlokas for us. Ravinderji was born in Ranawari, Srinagar. He is of Gotra Atretriya. He completed his engineering in IIT Bombay and then completed his PhD in physics in Syracuse, New York. He worked in academia in the University of Chicago for 10 years. Later on, he moved to finance. Thereafter, in 2016, he started his own business venture, which he is continuing till date. Ravinderji is very curious by nature. He is drawn to Indian philosophy and Indian history. And for us, Ravinderji is to go to person whenever we have any questions on our religion and our philosophy. So Ravinderji, please join us. And thank you so much for, starting this program for us in the morning hour.
Namaskar, Namaskar everyone. Thank you for saying you are too generous in your words. So
I said the Gotra wrong. You got Atreya. Gotra.
that's okay.
I
Atre
saw
was
the expression on your face.
Atre was Dattatreya's father, so it is okay. Okay, so I'm going to first start with the Ganesha Stuti. Om Gananam Tua Ganapati Gum Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspat Ana Shunvanuti Bhisida Sadhanam Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha Om Bhadram Karne Vishnuyam Devaha Bhadram Pashemaksh Bhirya Jatraha Sthairangaihi Stushtvagum Sastanuvihi Veshema Deva Hitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vruddhashravaha Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha Swastirna Taksho Arishtanemihi Swastirno Brahaspatir Dadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I will just a little background on this. See, Indian traditions or Indian endeavor has never been an issue regarding what is God. Should I go to this God or that? That has not been the main endeavor. If you look at whether you look at Upanishads or whether you look at the Rig Veda, etc., it has been the endeavor of knowing what is the nature of reality, and everything else follows after that. So in this context, over here I will talk about Ganesha, and in that context alone. So if you look at nature of reality, there is one thing, it's external world. All of you see that external world. But also something which we do not notice very often is that you also, the one who is seeing this external world, that we call consciousness, etc. And that consciousness is also a reality. So Indian context, in particular the higher philosophical traditions, issue is merely this: does the universe arise from this consciousness which you are aware of, and you know about it? I mean, this is how you know about things, or it is purely a mechanical kind of thing. So and that is the issue here. So in this case, the Indian answer, actually not all answers, some of the Indian answers are specifically saying that it is the consciousness is the foundation and the root of reality. Everything else is a manifestation which arises from the consciousness. Okay. Now, the Ganesha is the representation of that consciousness. Now, I will show you a picture, actually, now whether you will see it or not. This is Om. All of you must have seen it. Now,
Yeah.
now look at it like this.
Thoda और कर दो रविंदर जी. Thank you. Oh, wow.
That is Ganesha.
Yep.
So now, why Ganesha is called Vignaharta? Ganesha is called Vignaharta because this Om is basically the if you notice the physical representation, Om is constituted of the three letters U, and Ma. Not Ma, actually, it is Anusara at the end. A starts at the Kantha, U starts in the central portion, and M is the lip or Oshta. So this is the whole human voice mechanism between the Kantha and the Oshta. Therefore, it contains all the letters in between. And every knowledge is representable only in the form of these letters. Therefore, it contains all knowledge to start with. This is at a physical level. Therefore, it inherently contains all knowledge to start with. Therefore, it is considered to be the corresponding giver of the knowledge at the physical level. Also, it is called Vignaharta because any Vigna you have, it is not solved finally by going and telling Ganeshaji, please do it for me. It happens because you have knowledge to solve the problem. You address the problem. So therefore, the point is the gaining the knowledge from which you can solve the problems. And that's why he is Vignaharta. Now, there is a story actually of the Om, which tells you that the what's called okay. Therefore, Om, as I mentioned already, is a part of the Varna. All Varnamala is contained in it. Okay. Now, quickly, there's a story about Ganesha, and that story actually is telling you that the Ganesha was born of the Devi Parvati when Shiva was not present there. So he is born when Shiva is not present, and then when Shiva he is about to meet Shiva, Shiva cuts the head off, and then Parvati gets upset with him, and so he basically replaces that. It's a very allegorical story actually. He replaces with the elephant head. Now, elephant head, they have no choice but to use elephant head because when you change the Om, it is upside down. Okay, that's the Ganesha. Now, what is the story about? This story is about the experience of a yogi in the process of Kundalini rising. Now, Kundalini is Parvati. She is the Shakti. When she rises, the ultimate aim of this Kundalini rising is to meet Shiva, it's at Sahasra, and then become then the universe manifests, as well as the its Sarupa manifests. When it reaches, this Kundalini reaches an Anahata, which is near the heart chakra, called very often. Then Anahata Nada arises. Anahata means that is unstruck. And what is that Anahata Nada? It is Om. So Om experience, so yogi experiences a Om when the Kundalini reaches the Anahata Nada. And the experience of a yogi is that as the what's called the Kundalini rises, when Brahmananda Dhara, Om suddenly vanishes. It silences there. So the head has been cut off. But then it appears again as Aham, which is the Kashmir Shaivism's actually the highest mantra is Aham. And this Ahanta actually is therefore he has been brought back to life. Now he had no alternative but to put the elephant head because it's the Om. So this is basically what this whole story of that allegorical story is. Now notice it is also called, if you, just now there was a dance where it said Vakratunda. It is Vakratunda because this Tunda is Vakra. It is, you also said it Ekadanta, you must have heard, Ganesha, because there is only one the Ardhachandra. That's why it's Ekadanta. You can't have more than that. So its whole characteristic is actually described in this form. And if yesterday the Pranavi actually sang that song, Ganpati Atharva Shirsham. If you pay attention to the Ganpati Atharva Shirsham, it will describe most of the things which I have just now said to you. It is given there. So all this I am saying after having studied the Ganpati Atharva Shirsham, and also arises actually in Kashmir Shaivism, because there is a theory of speech in which the speech arises in the 4 parts. It has 4 parts, like the Gayatri mantra has 4 parts. Similarly, the speech has 4 parts. In the highest state, which is that is all. In fact, if you remember that he also the Ganesha is called Kavinam, Ganapati Goma. He is the Adyaksha of the Ganas. He is the foremost of the Kavis. That is because the Kavita arises from the intuitive aspects of the inner process, and this intuitive aspect of the inner process, from which arises, it is called Paravak. And this Paravak is Om or Ganesha. So that's why it's also said that whenever a puja is started, you should either start with Ganesha puja or you start with Om. You don't start both. You don't say, I will say Ganesha and you either say Om or Gan, because they are interchangeable. That's why he has a Vardhan that any puja you start, first puja will be of the Ganesha. Because that's how we start our pujas, as with Om, because it is the Paravak. Now from this Paravak, actually arises then the Pashyanti Vak, in which the Ichha Shakti appears. So at the Paravak level, it is either the Vimarsha Shakti or you can say Ganesha. Pashyanti is basically whenever you try, anybody, when you try to do something, first thing there is a desire to do something. That Ichha which arises in the you can, if you pay attention, you can find it out. I have done that, and you can see that every time you start working, the Pashyanti arises. This Pashyanti is actually the Ichha Shakti at the lower level appearing. She is the Mahadurga. Then it goes to the what is called Madhyamika Vak, where actually the caricature or the outline of what you are going to do, that knowledge appears in your mind. Okay, that is called Madhyamika Vak, and that's where the knowledge is basically the ruling ruler of that, and that is Saraswati. Next, when that structure has been, that the outline has been created, then you act on that. This action on that, the acting on what started as a desire, as you can recognize, that acting on it is the Kriya Shakti. She is the Mahakali. So all these and these 3 together form the Trishula of the Shiva. So all these are allegorical stories, which we basically think that he must be taking this steel Trishula and killing someone. But the Shiva produces this universe through these three processes. First there is desire to produce the universe, then there is a caricature or this outline performed, and then it appears, it is projected as the through Mahakali. And that's why when you see, actually, when if you must have seen Mahakali steps on Shiva, when she is dancing outside. Very often you will see her mala there, and she's stepping because, not because that she is sort of trampling him. She is stepping because the Shiva is focused outward, present while the Devi is creating the universe. So his vimarsha, his awareness is towards the outward. That's why he is like a Shiva. It is not inwards. So with that, I will stop, actually. These are some tidbits I want to do.
Fascinating, Ravinder.
Thank you.
So nice of you. So nice of you to spend your morning with us and enlighten us with the Om. And if you put it in a different way, it becomes Ganesh, and then also becomes a Trishul. So thank you so much. It's all the awareness. Namaste.
Thank you, sir. Namaskar.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
very
Ravinder
much,
ji. Thank you.
Ravinder ji. I learned so many new things today,
We
and
did.
hopefully we can
Me?
have a longer discourse, because this is like, we could
Oh,
sit and listen for a
Sure.
long time, and it deserves its own program, and hopefully we'll do that soon. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, Ravinderji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ravinderji.
Wow, this was very interesting and enlightening. So thank you. We'll move on to the next segment, and take it from here, Sumitji.
Okay, sounds good. Do we have Sapna ji on? Thank you, Arshana ji. Has Sapna ji been added?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank
Yes,
you.
good point.
Namaskar, Sapna ji. It gives me, I have Arshna ji and the rest of the KOA, team here. We welcome you all. So thank you so much, Sapna ji. Sapna ji is specifically gone to a studio to do this performance for us. So I really appreciate
Thank
that
you.
from the
Thank
bottom
you
of
so
my
much.
heart. So thank you so much. I'll introduce Sapna ji. I'll say a few words. I mean, what can I say? She has such a long list of accomplishments. Sapna ji is an accomplished classical singer. She's a professor at Delhi University. She has a PhD in classical music. She has an amazing pedigree of training through Gandharva Mahavidyalaya, Banaras Gharana, Gwalior Gharana, Ustad Iqbal Ahmed Khan Sahab of Khalifa of Delhi. I mean, she's like this. List can go on. I can probably spend an hour. I'll just touch upon a few things. Sapna ji, apologize if I leave out something. But she has written a book, My Music, My Kashmir. She's performed at the, had done interviews on BBC and Doordarshan. She's performed at the British High Commission of London. She has a CD that was released by the Deputy Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Dr. Nirmal Singh, and the list just goes on. We're just so fortunate, Sapna ji, to have you today, and I welcome you on behalf of KOA, and thank you, and the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Sapnaji. It is our honor to have you.
Namaskar. We'll be starting the performance with Dhrit Khayal in Rag Shud Saran, followed by two Kashmiri songs. दरस बिना लागे दुखन जिया दरस बिना लागे दुखन जिया रस बिना लागे दुख जिया मन पपिहा बोलन लागे पिया पिया मन पपिहा बोलन लागे पिया पिया दरस बिन लागे भूख न जिया दरस बिन लागे भूख न जिया दरस बिन लागे दुख न जिया दरस बिन लागे दुख न जिया Mare sani sare mare sani sadara sabena taba taba pare mare sani sadara sabena ni baba pare mare sadara sabena Mare sani sare mare sadara sabena sare mare sani sare mare sani sare pani sare mare sani sare pani sare mare mare sani sare sare pare mare sadara sabena kan jiya daras bena
Amazing, amazing. Thank you, Sapna ji.
कश्मीरी गीत प्रस्तुत करने जा रही हूँ करियो मस्जिद रस जाए चंदर करियो मस्जिद रस जाए चंदर माए मशानी करियो मस्जिद रस जाए चंदर माए मशानी करियो चाहे तो कामरुन चितमो जिन प्यारन चाहे तो कामरुन दिलमो रब बदनस हाय चनु माय मशनी दिलमो रब बदनस हाय चनु माय मशनी करियो मंज जिगरस जाय चनु माय मशनी Meri gurd gurd zeri pani rahi vat buchani buchiyo ot sayan gai chanu mai mashani buchiyo ot sayan gai chanu my mashani kayo manz jigras jai chanu my mashani Krita krita galit maidrai yemi bazari krita krita galit maidrai yemi bazari yemdrai Rapas hai chunu my mashani indrai timna vapas hai chunu my mashani kayo manze jigras jai chunu my mashani Sikamiyo sonya tapne gaine kami shukr se roshani sikamiyo sonya tapne gaine kami shukr se roshani roshnas chhona koshan hai chanu my mashani roshnas chhona koshan hai chanu my mashani kayo manze jigras hai chanu my mashani kayo manze jigras jai chanu
Beautiful, beautiful, Sapna ji. Thank you.
such a wonderful rendition.
कंक्लूड करूंगी एक और कश्मीरी गीत से तकियों छुपने वाले
Oh, wow.
क्या गाऊंगा ना तकियों छुप नंद वाले वलो माशोक म्याने शराब की प्याल भरो गला बंगाल करो Chani chale, walu masuk nyani, walu masuk nyani, walu masuk nyani. Namaskar.
Awesome.
Thank,
Beautiful.
thank you so
Beautiful,
much,
Sapna
Sapna
ji.
ji. Thank you. Really, I just extend my sincere gratitude to you from KOA. KOA. आपने अपना art हमें you gave us a glimpse of your art. That is incredible. You are such a phenomenal artist. Thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Thank you
Thank,
very much.
Thank you,
Very much.
Sapnaji.
All
thank you
regards
so
to you.
much, Sapna ji, and we look forward to having you again. I think this is the first time that
Yes,
you are here at KOA, and this is we will have many more. I think. I mean, you set the bar so high, and we just all loved it. Thank you so much.
incredible.
Thank you so much, Samitji. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sapna ji.
Namaskar.